Coming up are some of my favorite accessories for the Sony ZV-1. Not only are all of these going to make the Sony ZV-1 better, but they're cheap too. My name is Vic Barry, and for thoughts, techniques and tips on all things video, please hit subscribe, especially if you find this video useful. One of my favorite accessories for the Sony ZV-1, and by the way, my favorite Sony ZV-1 accessory is coming up, is this tiny, look at the size of this thing, this tiny external mic from Saramonic. This is the Saramonic RXM1 and it plugs directly into the Sony ZV-1. And while the onboard audio in the Sony ZV-1 is pretty decent, the Saramonic RXM1 takes things to a whole new level. And by the way, the Saramonic RXM1 is not just for the Sony ZV-1, that's a lot of ones, but it is basically good for any camera that's got a mic port. Next up is the Ulanzi wide-angle lens adapter. This is the WL1. Now, I don't agree with people who say the lens on the Sony ZV-1 isn't wide enough. I think it is, but this Ulanzi wide-angle lens adapter is really good. It's well built, it gives you a wider shot, and it doesn't degrade the image quality, most importantly. And unlike other wide-angle lens adapters, it has zero impact on stabilization and autofocus. Plus, it comes with a macro lens as well. Seriously good value and an absolute must for the Sony ZV-1. I wouldn't call this a favorite accessory, but it's a must-have accessory for the Sony ZV-1, and that's a screen protector. These are cheap and they'll go a long way to protecting your screen on the off chance that you'll drop the camera, which of course you'd never do, right? Next is the Ulanzi Claw. This is a quick release plate of sorts for any camera, not just the Sony ZV-1, and it makes removing it from a tripod or whatever mount you have super quick, so you can just snap it off with the push of two buttons. Really makes the camera just that little bit easier to use. And now, my favorite accessory for the Sony ZV-1, the small rig cage. Not only does this fix the battery door and the tripod issue, where you can't change the battery without screwing off your tripod, but it gives you extra mounting points for other items. And it gives a whole new level of protection to the Sony ZV-1. This thing is like built like a tank. If you want to see how to put some of these accessories together and build out the ultimate vlogging rig for the Sony ZV-1, check out this video right here. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't stop fighting for yourself. It's like ow, that actually really hurts. Don't hit the camera, I know. Thanks for your help.